It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC West. It's the Raiders and the Bulls, and it comes your way next.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Derek Carr of the Raiders, Justin Herbert of the Chargers.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger offense readying for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his second season now out of Oregon.
About the only thing that didn't go right for Justin Herbert in his rookie season, the team's overall record. The Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFL was the fourth rookie with over 4,000 yards passing, just 38 yards short of the rookie record set by Andrew Luck in 2012. In addition, he set the single-season record for passing touchdowns by a rookie with 31, breaking the mark of Cleveland's Baker Mayfield. This young man's potential, limitless. That's why so many people wanted to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers and help open up the stadium big in 2021.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Herbert now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. What's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Herbert back to the air. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 44, Mike,
Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Guyton, 40 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jacobs with a carry on 1st down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Here's Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Chargers, Charles, as they bring their offense out here, they lose week 2 on the last-second field goal by Greg Zuerlein, falling 20-17. A tough one to swallow. Remember, they had that week 1 win on the road in our nation's capital against the Washington football team, so now they sit at 1-1 through 2 weeks.
What was surprising to me in this game, Brandon, was that they were held to just 1 touchdown on offense. You know, Justin Herbert threw it around for 338 yards for 1 touchdown, but he also threw 2 interceptions. Not normal for him. He takes care of the ball pretty darn well. I think that this Chargers team, I really expected them to win against Dallas at home and then go to Kansas City for a big showdown. It's still a big showdown, but remember last year, they lost a lot of 1-score games. They're trying to put that behind them and make sure that this year is a new year. A big test on the road against the team that won the AFC title just last year.
Yeah, it's a really tough stretch for him here. So you say it at the Chiefs week 3, then 2 at home, but you got Vegas who's 2-0, and then the Cleveland Browns and Baker Mayfield up next after that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cook. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Herbert on third down now. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. These two teams all tied after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So on fourth down, here's Ty Long to punt for the Chargers. Back deep, Hunter Renfrow. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Well, one of only 7 teams in the NFL to start 2-0. Here come the Las Vegas Raiders again as they bring out their offense. Now, the Raiders, one of the most impressive teams in the league, no doubt, through 2 weeks, CD, getting big wins over AFC North contenders Baltimore and Pittsburgh. You broadcasted that game on Sunday. What stood out to you that got Vegas the win?
Derek Carr, Derek Carr, Derek Carr. He's going to get MVP chance when he returns home to Las Vegas this week. He's been spectacular the first 2 weeks of the season. Got going against Baltimore, carried it over against Pittsburgh. Remember, Josh Jacobs, their running back, didn't play. So they let Derek Carr handle the game. 28 of 37, 382 yards, 2 touchdowns, had an ankle injury late in the game, came back and threw a 61-yard touchdown pass to Henry Ruggs. He was tremendous. And the Las Vegas defense resembles nothing like what we saw in 2020. The 2021 version, they looked the part. They play the part. They gave Pittsburgh fits in this game.
Looking ahead, their next 7 games, they alternate between being home and away. Next 2 are going to be against 1-1 AFC teams. They'll host Miami and then at the Chargers on Monday Night Football Week 4. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it with Jacobs. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Back-to-back good plays, have him on the move on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Carr now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 7 yards there and a first down.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, Charles, looking back to week 2 in the NFL, boy, some quarterback injuries all over the place. Tua for Miami goes down. Indianapolis' Carson Wentz. Tyrod Taylor in Houston. Andy Dalton for the Bears all leave their games with injuries. Even Baker Mayfield had to play through one. Of all of those guys and in all those injury situations, which one are you keeping your eye on most?
Well, can I use 2? In fact, I'm going to use 2. Thanks for the permission. I appreciate that. Indianapolis, Carson Wentz going down, Jacob Eason having to take over. From what I hear, a significant rolled ankle, which probably means he'll miss multiple games. And if that's the case, Jacob Eason has to take over, and the Colts lean even harder on their run game. Man, how about Miami with Tua? Tua going down, Jacoby Brissett coming in. It's a rib injury. Can he go the very next week against the Raiders? If not, Brissett has experience in doing that, and Miami will need the win on the road. As far as Chicago and Andy Dalton, I think they were ready to make the move to Justin Fields pretty soon anyway. Baker Mayfield's a tough guy, and I really hate it for Tyrod Taylor. Although Davis Mills was drafted to be their future quarterback, Tyrod Taylor's had to play through different things like this before. Never has he had great luck.
Able to find Walter. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 22.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And down to the 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jacobs.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run it with Jacobs.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
They go with Jacobs.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs,
his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. This pass finds its way to Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And it's third down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
On first down, Drake. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
It's almost hard to believe that Joey Bosa is in his 6th season now with the Los Angeles Chargers. A Pro Bowler 3 out of the last 4 seasons. He led the team with 7.5 sacks in 2020. One of the great technicians as a pass rusher in the league.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Back him up, back him up.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers down 14-7. A minute 50 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. To Guyton. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Now Herbert. That's complete. It's Cook.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing, Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Herbert going to throw. He's got Eckler, and down he'll go at the 25. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.